felicitates Bharat Chakravarti on his elevation as a judge of the Madras High Court. Sri Bharat Chakravarti Advocate has been a busy practitioner conducting litigation at the original appellant and criminal side of the Madras High Court, tribunals and subordinate courts at Chennai for the last 27 years. He graduated in law from Dr. Ambedkar Law College, Puducherry, with environmental law and private international law as his major subjects. He was enrolled on 15/7/1993 with the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu. He has also served as a public prosecutor for the Union Territory at the High Court of Madras, and his areas of practice included administrative, constitutional, cooperation, commercial, civil, criminal, and family law matters. Sri commenced his practice under late Mr. R. Subramaniam, the then Assistant Government Pleader for Puducherry, Mr. P. Radhakrishnan Advocate. He started his independent practice in the year 1997 and was joined there by colleagues Mr. T. Sai Krishnan and Mr. G. K. Ilyanthirian. And after a period of 3 years of joint practice, the law firm Sai Bharat and Ilan was founded. Till his elevation as a judge of the Honorable High Court, he presented public sector undertakings such as Puducherry Slum Clearance Board, Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Veterinary Sciences, Puducherry, Andhra Pradesh Power Development Company Limited, and corporates such as Murugappa Group. He has also been a standing counsel for the Puducherry Tourism Development Corporation Limited. However, the most vibrant feather in his cap has been that of being an accredited mediator and trainer, empaneled with the Mediation and Conciliation Committee, Supreme Court of India. Sri Chakravarti has been part of various mediation and conciliatory centers that have assisted in amicably resolving long-standing disputes and litigation. I am sure his elevation to the bench will provide a much-needed lift to recognize mediations and conciliation as a robust and effective alternate dispute redressal mechanism. And in times to come, his judgment will assist in further developing the jurisprudence subject. I wish him all the very best, congratulate him for the role, and hope that as a member of the bench, Sri Chakravarti shall be guiding light for mediators, not only in Chennai, but across the nation. We all, on behalf of Mediators India, congratulate you, sir, on your elevation. And now the mic is for Mr. Bharat Chakravarti to address us. Thank you.
Thank you, Nandini, and thank you all for this kind gesture. And I asked for a minute time upfront because suddenly 2-3 questions have sprung up in my mind. So that I'll pose the question to the floor so that Sriram sir is here, Jawad is here, they will address. That's the purpose I asked Nandini that allow me to speak first for a minute or so. Now 2-3 questions suddenly has arisen. One, there are 2-3 mediations which are pending. Now, I wish to continue those mediations because we have even recorded partial settlements and other things. The questions, some of the questions are like, good friends are appearing on either side. Okay, so every sentence they call me, Bharat will do this, Bharat will do this. So when I told them that we can continue this mediation, suddenly their question was, now how do we address you from tomorrow onwards when you continue in the mediation? In court, it's not a problem. We will address you accordingly. So that was a question. I thought I thought, you know, if they address me with jargons or even sir, whether that would be offensive to the mediation. And what is wrong in allowing them to address as Bharat, whether it would be correct or not? That's my first question. It was a practical doubt which has arisen just 2 days before after this announcement came. Then the second thing is that, like, what if I continue the mediation training also? So will that pose any problems because being a judge and whether that should create any difficulty for the co-trainers or even for the persons trained, or whether it would be good if I continue to do the training also. Already, there was one training which myself and Sudarshana were supposed to do on the 30th. They said, what do we do now? They asked me. I said, as usual, I will continue. I'll do the training. It was a half-day training, so I'll do. So that is one thing. But I just want you all to address, like, what are the difficulties which may be for the co-trainers or for the participants. How will the stakeholders adjust the rules? And then, apart from referral and thing, kindly also address on, like, how by becoming a judge, one can contribute to the cause of mediation. These questions suddenly arose to me yesterday and 2 days ago. So I thought I'll take this opportunity to open up my mind so that whoever speaks can address, and it can be of some help to me. Thank you all. Over to you, Nandini. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
So I will open the floor at the end, the vote of thanks. So at that time, everyone pick up their minds and give some light on the questions which Mr. Bharat has put. I will request Mr. A.J. Jawad, our Joint Secretary, to say a few words now.
I feel it's a huge loss for mediation. But what I'm encouraged is what Bharat said just now, that he would still like to continue to do his mediation work. So that is quite encouraging. I hope the seniors are able to give a very positive answer for that. That is one thing. The other thing is, I always call Bharat as a diminutive dynamite, because in all his, I think, 5 feet 5 inches or 6 inches, Bharat, your height? Yeah.
5'6".
5'6". In that, he packs so much of creativity, so much of wisdom, and so much of talent. So it's really a deadly combination. And I'm very sure that, usually we feel that a person is honored because of the position that he occupies. But I think this time it is the bench that should feel honored because it is going to have Bharat Chakravarti. I don't mean to say this I really mean this from my heart. I'm not saying this just as a normal thing, because I have immense respect for Bharat, and he's been, one, very unique feature about him. He has a tremendous amount of EQ as well as IQ. We usually see that, when IQ is missing, EQ will be high. When EQ is missing, IQ will be high. But it's very, very rare that we come across a combination of very high EQ and very high IQ. He has been a very great moving force behind our mediation center. And the kind of ideas, when we were setting up the mediation center, Mr. Sriram, Panchu, and Pushya, Uma, all of us, we all know what kind of inputs he gave and what kind of creative ideas he came up. And in particular, I always, mention this when I'm conducting my training programs for mediators, about the mirror that he placed in our mediators' waiting room, which was, where you stand, and I think you say, the words were, I think, pause, reflect, and something else, Bharat. I'm forgetting the last. Proceed, right? You're muted.
It was written, relax, refresh, have coffee, smile, get set, go.
I get set, go, yeah. So that was something very unique, because many times when we come from the court and we walk into the mediation, we carry all that stress with us. So the idea was to stand before the mirror and read that and, actually feel that happening to you. So that was the idea he came up with. Many more, I can go on talking for the whole day. So all I can say right now is that I hope it is not a loss for mediation that Bharat is getting elevated to the bench. And I sincerely hope and pray that he continues to, make his contribution to the growth of mediation. And now that he's in a position that he can make a difference, much more than what he could as just a mediator, I'm sure that we can all look up to him to bring in that additional, if I may call it as value that he can possibly bring in. I know him as a very bold person, as somebody who speaks his mind, but at the same time in a very dignified and very polished way, quite unlike me. So I really look forward to Bharat having a great tenure as a judge of the High Court, and I wish him all the best, and I wish him great success, and I hope and pray that he even goes up to the Supreme Court. Thank you, everyone.
I will now request Mr. Sriram Panchu, Senior Advocate, President of Mediators India, to kindly address the audience and also say a few words about Mr. Bharat so that we sitting in Delhi also know him much better. Thank you.
The difference right away. Most judges, even when they don't know the answers, will act as though they know the answers. And Bharat, even though he knows the answer to those questions, is humble enough to pose them to the rest of us. I think the mediation should continue. They should just call you Mr. Mediator. I think your training should continue without question. They should have come much earlier, this appointment. And Bharat knows this. I've been saying this to him for years, that this should come to you. In my view, it's too late. It should have come earlier. One part of me says that. The other part of me wishes that it hadn't come at all, because we are going to lose you. And however much, we feel that and say that things will never change, they will. There has to be a gap between the bar and bench. So in some senses, I think we are going to lose that touch with you. And but I'm sure there is a lot that, to be happy about. Bharat has always come across to me as somebody who has mastered the art of lateral thinking, who can think out of the box, who brings both perception and solution in a way which, doesn't come to other people at all. And I keep the image of somebody who's firmly rooted, but has a 360-degree vision. And there's a lot I admire in Bharat for those intellectual qualities and for that ability to think so widely and creatively. Widely, creatively, and with hope and positivity. I mean, the minute he heard about their assignment, about the border between Assam and Nagaland, within a minute he said, you should have an Aman Ki Asha coming out of this. And I really wish that when Ayodhya was on the scene, I could have taken Bharat along. I really wish that. But one thing, I hope you don't change this, Bharat. The institution you're going to join derives its solidity from its permanence, and it decrees what I call the wisdom of the oldest. And you will hear people saying, well, don't do this, it's never been done before. And when that happens, please tell them about Lord Denning, who said that, well, if that is the only objection, just give me 5 minutes and I'll take that away. please keep, your special kind of thinking and your special approach to problems, because you get the solutions, you have the sensitivity, and you fit in people beautifully, the human aspect of things. So please don't change the way you think, even though, some of your seniors may not have that attitude. Because there is an equilibrium, between law and society and individuals. You have the gift of balancing that equilibrium. Don't let that go away from you. I mean, it's not often, that you get someone joining the court and you think of Krishna Iyer as a man with a background and a mold so different from his other judges in the Supreme Court, except perhaps D.A. Desai, so different in the way they approached their work, in the kind of people they were, in what they held to be important. And yet, few judges have had the kind of impact on the judiciary and jurisprudence like Krishna Iyer had. And the fact that, when I sat down to make some points to speak about you, I thought of Krishna Iyer is, I think, the biggest credit and tribute I can pay to you. And don't hide your brilliance. Humility is fine. Humility is the thanks we give for the gifts which are bestowed on us. But excessive modesty is not a virtue. Take a little time, but come out flowering in what you're best at. Mediation has a lot of supporters on the bench, but I think this is the first time a top expert in mediation is getting onto the bench. So in times to come, Bharat, I have no doubt, that you will play a leading role, in the judiciary insofar as mediation is concerned. I have no doubt about it, and certainly we want it, and we will speak for it, and we will ask for it. So I think you will play a very determining role in the use of mediation for access to justice and resolution of conflict. And you will do this with your lovely balance of common sense and uncommon thinking. All of us, Bharat, in this family, wish you well. You will certainly have, tremendous growth and development in your personality, in your capacity, because that is what the judicial office does. We wish you good health. We wish you contentment. And we wish you a sparkling future. All the very best, Bharat.
Thank you very much. And after hearing Mr. Sriram, I just want to express few words. I've been practicing in Supreme Court for the last 25 years, and for 12 to 13 years, I've been doing mediations. And at every forum, I was the only one who used to tell the audience and the mediators that a sitting judge of the High Court or of Supreme Court cannot be a good mediator, because their mind is trained that what is correct and what is wrong and what is law of land. So I was little partial with the retired judges, and I said they are one of the best, like Justice Sikri and all. But today, after hearing sir and after listening that you have so much of experience, I am so relieved that I am going to change my statement in future, that sitting judges can also be good mediators. And now, sir, I hand over the mic and the audience to you. I want you to address our mediators and encourage them and tell them that what is your vision for the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Like personally, I thought I will be doing mediation, which I like to do it, and also the trainings. in whatever manner as possible. And being in touch with all of you should certainly help me, if at all, if I'm going to have a say in frame the policy making or the thing. And definitely I'll follow whatever we have been teaching in making the referrals. I'll make proper referrals to that much. I will upfront, I promise you all. And let us see how it goes. I thank you all, and I'm so happy and blessed that Sriram sir is here. Like what mediation did to me is that, like it exposed me to some of the international conferences, people from abroad, and it really gave me the confidence that we are not that far beyond anybody else in the world. So that kind of confidence was instilled in me by mediation and by Sriram sir only, to by exposing me. I come from a very humble background, but only mediation took me to places. And I have what to say, like my passion towards mediation can never stop. That is why upfront I told that I'll take the permission, and I think I will continue to do mediations, not just here and there in open court, but by proper referral from other judges coming to the mediation center. Whenever I find the time, I'll do proper mediation as before. So that is one thing I want to do. Second thing also, like whenever any mediation training program happens, so instead of coming in the beginning or the end, I want to be as a co-trainer or a faculty whenever I can. So those two things upfront, I think I can, I promise to everyone present here, and hope I will be of some use to the mediation movement also on the bench. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I will request Kavita ma'am to kindly take some questions, and also if there are some esteemed members which it will be better that you take the questions also and open the floor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nandini. Now I request Mr. Suma Ramanathan to speak a few words.
Bharat, what can I say? I'm really happy because this has been a long time pending. And to say about Bharat, I can't say anything more than what Mr. Sriram Panju said. He really put it very succinctly. But what I would just add to that is, one of the few humane persons I know is Bharat. He cares for people, and he really wants access for justice for all. And to that extent, he would go out of the way to see that everything is accommodated, there's some harmony restored. And that's a very rare trait for people to care. And Bharat, I'm sure you won't lose the trait. I want you to, because this will carry on even when you're in court as a judge. You can get irritated by people talking for hours and hours for nothing. But I'm sure that you will be able to balance the whole thing and be a good judge. I'm not bothered about you being a mediator. I'm sure you'll carry it on. You will not leave it. But there are two facets now, being a judge and being a mediator. And I think you are going to be one of the torchbearers to show that, as Nandini was saying, whether a judge can be a mediator or not. Even I have had my qualms. But looking at you and knowing you, I know that people like you can be a good mediator. All that I want to say is that I wish more people would emulate your traits, would understand why you are a special person. And if we have more people like you, there's no problem for people who have problems. Thank you. I remember that when Mr. Justice Iqbal, who was a Chief Justice then, suggested that after the conference in Bangalore that we find out a space in the High Court. It was Bharat and me who went around every corridor, and Bharat found this place where the present mediation center is. And you know how he found out? Because it was locked, and he said, let's open this door and see. He was that kind of a person. He went to every part of the High Court, found that place, and then we had it opened, and we found that they had planned it for Lok Adalat, but closed it and kept it. But for Bharat, we would not have got the mediation center as it is today. He was there in every part of its planning, and all the creative ideas came from him. So I think all Tamil Nadu mediators, especially Chennai mediators, have to thank him for that. I just wanted to tell others that. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Senior Counsel Hema Sampath Madam to speak a few words. This is
It's a very happy surprise for me. So whatever comes from my mouth is from my heart. I have been Bharat's female admirer for a long time now. So doesn't matter whether I'm twice his age anyway. So, but he expressed a doubt about whether a judge could be a mediator. I have seen several judges mediating and doing it very effectively in their chambers. And I also had 1 or 2 judges come to the mediation center to mediate in problems connected with several persons. Whether they succeeded or failed is a different issue. So I feel that there's no embargo for Bharat continuing as a mediator. And I told him yesterday that I would be speaking to him only on the day he retires. But anyway, now I've got an opportunity to say what I want to say. So the second thing is that I don't think there's any embargo for him to continue as in the mediation center as a trainer, because several judges address seminars and group discussions. So in what way is this different if you continue to be an instructor for people and train people to mediate? Because courts are already choking with cases. We find that in the past 2 years, I found that all the second appeals and first appeals in which I am appearing, at least 2 people are dead on either side. So the cases have been pending for a long time without resolution. And when we try to mediate, we have only one side to mediate with. That is our client, who says we have been in 2 courts already and this is the 3rd court. So you better continue with the case because now anyway it's come for final hearing. So a judge to be a mediator is a very good thing because he knows both the sides, and a judge has more power than an ordinary mediator, I feel, because he sits in a pedestal. And when he says, you please give some and take some, I'm sure the litigants would listen to him better than they used to listen to him when he was a mediator. So all my best wishes and prayers for his long tenure and good health. And I am sure he'll do very well and he'll adorn the bench, because Madras High Court is an ancient High Court and we have seen several good judges, and he'll be one of those shining stars in that firmament. Thank you so much for this opportunity. All the best, Mr. Bharat. Sir, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Pushya, ma'am, would you like to say some nice words about Bharat?
I just want to say that when a judge, somebody gets elevated and there's a felicitation, it's usually only people from that bar who are present. Bharat is an extraordinary case where there are people from different parts of India present, and that shows how special he is. And also, I'm sure all, please don't mistake me, but many factions and people who don't get along with each other, but I don't think there is anyone who doesn't get along with Bharat. Everyone thinks that he's their best friend. That is an amazing quality where he can get along with people, and that is what Uma said, was that he cares for everyone, and that comes through. And as Sriram said, he definitely is complete lateral thinking and a different way of finding out creative solutions. And I'm sure that will go a long way to help you in the bench also, Bharat. And I'm so glad you think you can continue with mediation, and especially as a trainer. God bless you and give you all the best in your new post.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Sudarshana, ma'am.
Thank you, Kavita. And good afternoon, everybody. I'm really happy for Bharat, because this is a long pending posting that he had to get. And several times I've also spoken to him. And as everybody said, he's a very good, nice man. Please continue in spite of those irritations that you will have in the bench. Please continue your taking people into your stride. That nature of yours, you should not shred. And of course, training, you have to continue your training, because we need your input as far as training is concerned. So, and I'm also looking forward to the program that we would be doing it. I only pray God that the program would go. And last of it is that it is really because of your lateral thinking. I think, even while rendering justice as a judge, it will help you a long way, in creative solutions and in looking at law in a different perspective. That also will help you, I think. So all the best, and thank you, Kavita, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And Push Gupta, would you like to say something?
Thank you, Kavita ji. Bharata sir, it's rather I feel emotional. We are all emotional, and it's our elevation with you, sir. And sir, our only request to you is be our Bharata sir forever. Our Bharata sir, and for you, I can say that full form of HMJ is Honorable Mr. Justice, but for you it is Honorable, not your Honorable, but humble, modest judge, or it could be Honorable Mediator Judge in times to come. And please be a bridge between bar and bench, sir, because there is a huge gap, which I think people like you can definitely bridge it. And sir, be always neutral and impartial. That's the basic quality, because we sometimes feel that judges do favor some faces in courtroom while they are presenting the matter, they are arguing on behalf of anyone. So please be neutral and equal to everyone, and be our judge, be our Bharata sir forever. Lots of blessings and good wishes to you, sir. Lots of.
Thank you. Thank you, Push.
I think this training is not a problem at all. I think a very good thing for Bharat to continue. I am slightly unsure about mediations. Not because of Bharat mediating. I'm sure he'll do it very well. But if that becomes the precedent and the reason for other judges to get into mediation full-fledged, I think there is a problem over there. Instead, I'd like to suggest one thing to Bharat. Bharat, why don't you look at judicial settlement? We have it in section 89. We've never used it. And it's a form of, resolution which fits the role of the judge. Because in that, a judge will make a summary assessment of the case, and on that assessment will get parties to move and to settle. And those are not cases where you need elaborate sessions with parties to go into underlying, causes and events and evaluation. Judicial settlement will, suit a number of cases. And as I said, it's perfect for the role of the judge. So I'd like you to please, take a look at that, and perhaps we can really create something and get it moving well, so that we use that aspect of dispute resolution also.
Continuation of what Sriram sir is saying, Bharat sir, what I want to add is sometimes in Supreme Court mediations, when we are doing mediations and the mediations are not, getting through, there is some impasse. So we give a short report to the court. Sometimes we have been asked by the judges to give a short report, interim report type of a thing, maybe to get the time extension, or sometimes they say that give a report what happened. Though it is confidential, but in some cases we have been asked to do it and we have done it. So in those type of cases, when we give the interim report to the judges and the judge particular who is handling the matter sits in his chamber or in open court to try and give it a small push so that the matter can be settled, I think that you can take those type of matters also and those can be resolved.
Yeah, I think that is very good. I mean, there is a judge who's now on the Supreme Court, you will guess, and we had a little arrangement. If in the mediation report, not able to close the gap.
Can we have Sai Krishnan sir to speak a few words about his friend?
Thanks, Kavita, for the opportunity. It's indeed a very happy and proud moment for me, though it's personally a loss on the one side. To tell about Bharat, he has been passionate about whatever he does. And I would say our introduction and association with Sriram Panchu sir and the introduction to mediation has changed our lives a lot on the personal front, on our outlook of life. And I really thank Panchu sir. I take this opportunity to thank Panchu sir for that. And as I said, he was very passionate about mediation. Often myself and my ex-partner would ridicule him, saying that he is spending too much of time and taking too much of pressure on him when there is not an equivalent amount of recognition from the other side. But he said, who is that recognize this is our own tarmac, so we will have to do it. He was never bothered about whatever we say about that. So that is the kind of person he is. And I wish him all success. And a small anecdote which I will add to end in a happy moment is he was always very humble. And the whole difficulty would arise when the client asks us to, or especially Bharat, to fix the fee. So we have always felt that in our experience that whenever he did not open his mouth and fix the fee, he would have got a better fee than what he would have opened and fixed. That was the case with both of us also. But I wish him all the best in the new avatar. I think he will carry all your blessings with you, with him. All the best. Thank you.
No, the question which occurred to me was, like, if at all a judge decides to do a mediation, like there are counsels there, there are parties there. So any formal address would be an offense to the mediation process itself. If somebody is going to say Your Honor or Sir also, it will be an offense for the mediation, because until yesterday, like everybody was saying, Bharat, we'll do this, why don't we do this? So like we get into that, we feel one among them. That is that I thought was the highlight of the process itself. So that was one question which occurred to me. Even though we were saying that judges cannot do mediation, and then the judges can do mediation because of the program of the MCPC, they are already doing it in Maharashtra. There are several sitting judges who are doing it. Suddenly it occurred to me, like, how parties will address and what is the best way of addressing those questions. Definitely beg an answer. Because leave it to me, like I would ask them to continue to address me as Bharat, because that I think brings in equality to the mediation process. Now, whether that will be offensive to the existing setup, or that will be seen something which is so that was one question which was begging my thought. I thought I'll open the floor. Like we all along we have been saying that like when judges do mediation, they bring in their authority, and then they should not use their authority to settle, because we want to grow mediation organically in a way that it should be 100% voluntary. Not the judge should not settle things between by use of his power or authority or his stature. So that is one thing which question begs. And the second question is that the bridging the gap cases, whether we are going to indicate in our mediation report, whether that can be a little official exception itself. Like this is a case requiring bridge parties are unable to close the gap, whether we can mention that in our mediation report itself. That is one thing, because the way in which we refer, then the referral has to come back to the same judge, and then he has to check whether it is a bridging the gap cases or not. I think that those kind of, even yesterday I referred back a matter between 1.05 crore and 1.20 crores. So that was a case which as a mediator, we can't bridge the gap or push the parties beyond a point to close the gap, which can be done by the referral judge upon being the case being when he is recording that the matter mediation has failed. So whether we are going to officially recognize this unable to close the gap as something which we can indicate in our report, because it requires larger thing, because then it may sometimes, like if we are thorough with the mediation process, we know where to, we know the Lakshman Rekha, which question to ask, which question not to ask. But then if it is going to court, court starts questioning the parties as what was the gap, then it will go back to what was discussed. So that is a little process. Therefore, that is what we all have to, like, rather than felicitation or something like that, to carry on this thought and come up with some answers, so that everyone should be in a position to follow us thing, whatever in the for all the love which is suffered on me and the program being organized. I thought this should be some the takeaway or the thought with the process which will start today, so that it culminates into some concrete findings or some rules, some standard operating procedures which we can formulate. Because these questions, even though as a trainer or a mediator occurred to me, now suddenly these have become the 1 rupee change questions for me now. Therefore, so it may take a while to find out an answer, but when Sriram sir is there, Jawad is there, Umam is there, and everyone from around the country is here, like, let us even have a proper session on this, so that we can all put in and our efforts, and whether this bridging the gap cases can be intimated to the court. If at all intimated, what the court should do is the question, which begs answers. And thank you again, all of you, to have taken your time off for my sake, and no words to express my gratitude, especially to Sriram sir, Jawad, Uma, and all my colleagues, Usha, everybody to whom with whom I move with. I don't think my elevation should be a loss to the mediation movement in any manner whatsoever. No, I'm not going to leave it that way. I would still like to be a part of this, because you should always find time to things which you are passionate about. So I will definitely find time to do something about mediation. If not mediation, some organizing. If not organizing, some referral, some training, or something or the other. I was giving almost 2 hours a day when I was an advocate. Hope I should be able to do that even when I am a judge also. Thank you all once again. It was a pleasure. It would continue to be so, I promise. Thank you.
To the question whether you should mediate or not, Bharat, as far as training is concerned, I have absolutely no doubt that we cannot afford to lose you there, because we need you there, and we have a dearth of good trainers, and definitely your contribution will be really mean a lot for the mediation movement in India. As far as you mediating cases is concerned, I just want to reflect on what Mr. Sriram also said. With an experience that I had in the beginning of my mediation career, and I was mediating cases, especially in the family court, with a person whom I would like to address as Mrs. Judge. She was not a judge, but Mrs. Judge. Now, the success rate was phenomenal, okay? And I really started believing that I'm a brilliant mediator and really good at it. But after Mrs. Judge left the city and went to another place, my success rate started falling down. And then I realized that that was not because I'm a good mediator, but because of my co-mediator. So, the issue of self-determination, whether parties can, and whether lawyers will not pressurize the parties to settle just because the judge is sitting as a mediator. I think the stand of the Tamil Nadu Mediation Center has been very consistent right from the beginning on this aspect. And on that aspect, there has been some disagreement with the MCPC itself as to whether judges can really mediate. It's not because they are not good mediators. It's not because they cannot mediate, or because they carry any biases or prejudices with them. It's simply because are the parties functioning there with a free mind and exercising the right of self-determination. Now, that is a very big, I think, an issue that we need to, take into consideration before you decide. And it also should not become a precedent, because we know that knowing you will not carry that aura or authority with you or push parties into a settlement. But whether you do it or not, whether somebody else is doing it just because you are sitting as a mediator, we don't know. Sorry, I'm just being a little open and blunt here, because I don't think you would expect any other answer from us. So that is my humble view. And as far as training is concerned, your contribution will really be a very valuable and priceless contribution, because you are one of the best trainers in the country. And I'm sure that, of course, when you come there as a trainer, if you're going to be training with me, you will have to excuse me for calling you Bharat. I'm not going to call you as my lord or your lordship or anything. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, you're audible.
I think I'm audible.
Yes, yes.
Sir.
Am I
Your
audible?
video is stuck.
Sorry,
You can
I'm
switch
not
off and
able to-
switch on your video, sir.
Okay. So what I don't know whether you heard the last part. What I was saying was, can you hear me? You're audible.
Okay.
Where is Jawad?
He's having some internet issues, sir.
That's what happens when you don't call a judge. You get cut off.
So shall we?
Yeah, Kavita, you continue, please.
Yeah. It's a great honor and privilege to deliver this vote of thanks on behalf of Mediators India and for my dear friend Bharat Chakravarti. People who knew him as an advocate, as a mediator, I take a special privilege here, except for Sai. I knew him even before he became a lawyer. So because we come from the same hometown, and we were family friends, so we could see each other for a long time, and we were. I hope we had shared much about these talks about mediation, all these things before we started into this discussions about mediations. Maybe that would have been an opportunity to continue even after his elevation. And I thank all the participants and senior mediators who have spoken so well about our beloved friend. And I thank Sriram sir for his presence and organizing this event. He was just on the spot of, he said, don't wait till a swearing ceremony, just have it tomorrow. That was his way. No, we need to do it at the earliest. So just we'll have it tomorrow. So overnight I prepared the pamphlet and everything was ready, and the last minute everybody was called, and it's a great honor to have everybody here. And thank you everybody for joining us and sharing us this wonderful moment. Thank you everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kavita. All the best, Bharat.
Bharat sir, congrats.